Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. Thank you all the members of the Patreons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it guys. And today we are flying a little bit with the boss, which is an F-15A from Israel of course. But the subject isn't this particular aircraft but all F-15s. So a lot of people kinda, it's complicated, right? Gaijin just released yesterday a BR change plan that didn't include the F-15, and I really think that they will. I really think. I even did a video yesterday talking about all the aircraft that I think should have a different BR that aren't in that list. But the F-15 kind of is creating a little bit of a, you know, controversy a little bit, or people are talking about it. And why? Well, because there are some that think that the F-15 should not go to 12.7. So let's discuss this a little bit. First things first guys, let's take a look on the F-15 itself, right? The F-15, it's an aircraft that for now has probably the best radar in the American tech tree. Yes, the F-14 probably has more range, but the thing is not only range, right? It's basically the blind speeds and the sensitivity to just be able to maintain a lock without losing it when the target notches and everything like that. The APG-63 is the most, like, it's the perfect balance between the most modern and the better radar that the US, for example, has, that the Japanese has, and even the Israelis. Yes, the F-16C and D, they do indeed have the APG-68, which is an amazing radar. It's a much more modern radar than the original APG-63, but it is also a smaller antenna radar, which means that it is going to be a little bit worse for range. So it's a matter of how you use those radars. You know, it's like that. And for that, I mean, let's be honest, the Sparrow is the real limit over here. The range on the Sparrow, the performance of the Sparrow, this is the real limit. And with that, the F-15 has 4 missiles, and the F-16s, they only have 2. And the F-16s are indeed going to the 12.7. So if we have a precedent, let's use that to have kind of a standard BR, kind of that people would like have it a type of aircraft in, right? So this is the first precedent. The second one is the maneuverability of this aircraft. This is one of the most maneuverable aircraft in top tier. It can beat a lot of aircraft. Yes, it isn't the greatest aircraft in the game on that regard. I think the Su-27, the Gripen, and even the F-16As, they are better than this thing. But at a certain speed, it is still as maneuverable or more than a MiG-29, F-16C, and other aircraft. And together with that, remember, this is an aircraft that has probably the highest thrust to weight of any top tier aircraft, probably. I have to actually check it out, but the acceleration of it for sure is the best. At least I think it is, right? If it's not, like, it's very close to the MLD and the Kafir and MiG-29s and other aircraft like that. So it is indeed one of the fastest accelerating aircraft in the game, as well as one of the fastest aircraft period in max speed as well. So you have all these things. You have an amazing radar, amazing amount of missiles because it has 4 Sparrows instead of the 2. Still has the AIM-9Ms, Pythons, and AAM-3s that we didn't even cover it, but it is just the standard missile of everybody that is going to 12.7 in the soonish future. A performance that it's on par or better with the aircraft that we have in the game already in top tier. And also the acceleration, the speed, everything like that is better than most aircraft that you see. So yes, it is a little bit different than the light fighters that we have, like for example the F-16. But against everything else, it is like really hard to see the F-15 as a bad aircraft or an aircraft that suffers or anything like that. I gotta be honest guys, this is one of the best aircraft in the game. I don't know why people complain like, they don't complain about it too much, but people are complaining about the performance of this aircraft. And don't worry, I mean, there will be better versions of the F-15. But the thing is that at the end of the day, it is right now one of the best aircraft in the game. And I think it's kind of unfair when everybody else is going to 12.7. The F-15 just remain in 12.3, being able to fight the 11.3s. So yes, there are some aircraft that can take the F-15 head-to-head, right? But let's be honest, guys, there are a lot of 11.3s, 11.7s that shouldn't really be fighting these things, you know? At least without an upgrade. There are some F4, some MiG-23s, some aircraft out there that are, you know, problematic. And that's the good part about BR decompression, guys. You have to think that the main objective of this is to actually help the lower ranks, not the highest rank. Of course, the highest rank will always suffer more, if you will, with a BR decompression like this. But that's the thing, it's not the point, because they can take it. An F-15, an Su-27, an F-16, a MiG-29, these aircraft can actually take the punch of getting a higher BR and face each other on a more often scenario than facing third generation aircraft. But the third generation aircraft are the ones that really suffer, right? So always remember that when you consider a BR not changing for such an aircraft as the F-15. Yes, for sure, guys, in the future, we will need even better or higher BRs. That's for sure. You know, when we receive Fox 3 missiles, we will need something like the 13.0 BR at least. Why? Because then something like the F-15A or the Su-27 or even the F-16s and other aircraft, those are the ones that will actually suffer, which is quite funny to think about it. But yeah, they are the ones that will need a BR decompression to actually fight their own kind, instead of fighting a 90s more advanced aircraft than the aircraft that they are going to be fighting in the future, right? So when it comes to that, yes, but we are not there yet, you know. So for now, I still think that the F-15, yes, for sure, it needs to be a 12.7 aircraft, just like all the other top dogs of 4th generations. Maybe some of the other ones, they like, for example, the F-14B, it doesn't have AIM-9Ms or anything like that. So yes, for sure, 12.3 max would be okay for it. Something like the MiG-29, 913 or 912, you know, they are aircraft that already are going to be, you know, kind of already fighting above their weight line. So of course, add them to 12.3 max, something like that. But the F-15, guys, the F-15 is amazing. It really, really is. Yes, I understand that there are some problems, you know, and the aircraft should be maybe a little bit better in certain areas or not, I don't know, but it is a top dog, and it should be treated as one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about the F-15 going to 12.7, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.